शरीरस्य पदेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोतं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. Yasyantanadimadhyam nahi karacharanam nama gotram na sutram no jatir naiva varnanubhavati purusho nanupamsam nacha streenakaram na vikaram nahi janini maranam nasti punyam na papam no tattvam tattvam sahaja samarasam sadgurum tvam namami sadgurum tvam namami. I welcome you all for this session, and we are almost coming to the last part of the Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. We have come to the last Vedantic meditation, and then next class may be on the Samadhi briefing I will be doing, and then I will also take up all the other varieties of meditation in Buddhism, like Anapanasati meditation and mindful meditation, and all the. I will also take up briefly on the Anapanasati meditation. Buddhist meditations are there. So there are other meditations like mindful meditation, Vipassana meditation. Some details I will be giving that also. Next class may be the Samadhi, and then afterwards I will be talking about other 4 or 5 meditations of the generally in the market, what are the other types of meditations people doing. And after that we are going into Atma Jnana classes. In the next class, Samadhi, what is Samadhi meditation. And apart from that, today is Vedantic meditation I am speaking. After that I will be speaking about general meditations practice available in the market. All the market, so many advertisements are coming on meditation. So what are those meditation, how the techniques are there, I will be explaining on that. So with that, the Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga and Sadhana Chatushtaya and Introduction to Vedanta, all these classes are over. These are all the preliminary understanding is required to enter into our Atma Jnana classes. Without understanding all these 3 sets of knowledge, we may not be able to understand the Tattva Bodha or the Atma Jnana classes. So that's why these are all I have started. So now coming back to Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga, we have seen first 5 steps are yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara. They are all 5 called the Bahiranga Yoga that we have seen. Now finally we are in the last lap of Antaranga Yoga. It is internal yoga. called dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Dharana, dhyana, samadhi, all three put together is called meditation. Not one, only dhyana itself is not meditation. So all the three put together in Patanjali Yoga Sutra is called as meditation. So in the meditation, I told earlier that there are 112 types of meditation is there. We are coming to the dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So in dhyana, we have been seeing what are the types of meditation. So though there are 112 meditations according to Jnana Bhairava Tantra or Shiva Parvati Samvada or Parvati Parameshwara Samvada, these are all the textbooks which is available for 112 varieties of meditations, they have said. So we have said all these 112, if you boil down, it will come to basically these 6 types of meditation, the internal thing. And the same meditation of one meditation, it will be expanded in different steps. It is called so many other steps. So these are all the meditations which we have seen the centrally important theme, whatever of the available in 112. These are all the 6 things. We have seen already japa meditation, and we have seen relaxation meditation, and we have seen concentration meditation, and we have seen expansion meditation, and also we have seen value meditation. So japa dhyana in Sanskrit it is called as, concentration meditation is called, relaxation meditation is called as Vishranti Dhyana in Sanskrit. So concentration meditation is called as Ekagrata Dhyana. So expansion meditation is called as Chitta Vaishalyata Dhyana, Sanskrit. And value meditation is called Chitta Samskarana Dhyana. So we have seen in the last class value meditation. In that value meditation, we have said that there are 2 stages. One is called Chitta Dosha Apanayana. That means elimination of impurities of the mind. So that is the first step. Chitta Dosha Apanayanam, or elimination of mind impurity. The second step, it is Chitta Guna Adana. So after eliminating the bad qualities, and we have to add good qualities to the mind, that is called value addition to the mind. So what is the things will happen? So the thing, it is called as unprocessed mind or unrefined mind will become refined mind. So that is called value meditation, unrefined mind. So asamskrita chittam to samskrita chittam. In Sanskrit it is called as unrefined mind is asamskrita chittam, and after value meditation it becomes a samskrita chittam, that is refined mind it will become. In order to do that, what all the steps was required is, there are some vidhis and nishedas. There are practice of do's and practice of and avoid don'ts. So dharma, adharma. So that is called as vidhi and nisheda. So with that we can give the value to the mind. And also we have guna is there, triguna is there. That triguna is sattvika guna, samasika guna, rajasika guna. Normally anybody by birth it will be a tamasic only. So but we have to elevate our mind from tamasic to rajasic, rajasic to sattvic. The sattvic mind only can understand higher intellectual thought processes. Tamasic mind cannot have a concentration, not possible. Rajasic person will be highly activity oriented. He doesn't have any time to do all these things. So busy, but so we have to elevate even in the gunas. So that is what value meditation, these are all the steps. So, and also we have already knowing the common sense, our inner consciousness knows the common sense. But if we are not using it, we are going to lose it. So for example, use or lose is a principle. Suppose you are using more right hand is becoming more powerful. Left hand less using, it is not so much energetic or more, this one is not. That means the same power was there in the right hand as well as in the left hand. We are having the difficulty in the left hand less capable than the right hand, because we are not using the left hand more frequently. Because of that, the energy we are losing. In the same way, in our mind, there is a left brain and the right brain is there. The left brain and right brain, left brain is logical mind, reasoning skills are there. It is all mathematics oriented, calculation oriented, reasoning skills are there, and the logical skills are there. But it doesn't have any creativity. It can only say 2 plus 2 is 4 only. Whereas the right side mind is called the creative mind. It is having emotions and all the things are there. And the emotions are there, or feelings are there, everything is there in the right mind. So of late what is happening, everybody is using more left mind only. They are all going to intelligent quotient. How to become more intelligent? The quotient of intelligent quotient. They are losing emotional quotient. The right brain they are using very less. So they are becoming insensitive to their surroundings. So balancing the right mind and left mind is together. Left brain and right brain is required. So that is what it is called in Vedanta Ardhanarishwara. That means half masculine structure of the thinking and half feminine structure of the thinking should come. So the right brain 50% and left brain is 50%. Both put together, a human being should become. So that is called Ardhanarishwara principle. Not physically becoming half woman and half man. It is psychologically you are becoming both the qualities of feminine quality should be there for a man, and for a woman also some of the masculine qualities should be available. So that is why both has to be balanced. That is called Ardhanarishwara capacity. That is all coming from these types of meditation, has to be practiced and we have to do. So while continuously doing, our common sense will increase, our Atma Sakshi will know what is good and bad. So it is better that we will be able to do. And when we start doing it, continuously value addition to the mind and removing all the unwanted things or unwanted stuff is there, that has to be removed. So that is called removing the Daivi Asuri Sampat. Asuri Sampat is Rakshasa Sampat. Rakshasas are called Asuras. So Devatas are called Daivi Sampat. So the good quality of the Sattvic thought processes, with that we balance our right mind and left brain. It is called as Daivi Sampat we have to make. Otherwise we will be only doing the left mind, only money, efficiency and judgment. So the world, everything looks bad only. And we will be suffering ourselves also, and we are making a suffering point for others also in the society. So in order to have an individual also happily and also society also happily, so this is required. So we have to increase our Daivi Sampat and reduce our Asuri Sampat. So in order to do that, last class I have said, in order to make a seed to grow, you may be having a very wonderful seed, very efficient seed is there, but still if you are not preparing the ground, and you may be having wonderful guru is there, wonderful shastra is there, wonderful knowledge is available, but unless you prepare the mind by the above processes like japa meditation, vishranti, the relaxation meditation, concentration meditation, expansion meditation, with this, if you are not preparing the mind, all the knowledge what you get, not able to give you any result. It is just like a good seed just thrown on the barren land. It will not grow. So our mind is becoming barren mind. So we have to prepare and cultivate the mind before the farmer cultivates the land before putting the seed. Similarly, our mind has to be cultivated and made. After that, this Vedanta Jnana, this Vedantic meditation is coming to this level. Straight away, you cannot put the Vedantic meditation in the first step. All these 5 steps has to be completely practiced. After maybe 1.5 years of continuous practicing, then only you are ready for Vedantic meditation. Then you are going to learn what all the steps are available, what is Vedantic meditation, and all those things you can see that. So we will be going into that. So also last class we have said how to cultivate the value meditation. One is we have to do the prayer to the Lord. Another one is we have to move with the wise people. So the Satvichara Chintana, Vichara method also we have to do. And thereby Atma Sakshi will be getting Jagrat. It becomes available for all of us. Otherwise, if you don't use your Atma Sakshi, it is slowly going to die. And we will not be knowing what is good, bad also. And we are not able to this one. So that is why Atma Sakshi should not be allowed to die. So that is what called up to the last meditation. So these are all the basic 5 steps has to be first practiced and learned. And after becoming masters in that only you can come to Vedantic meditation. Right away you cannot come to Vedantic meditation. So Vedantic meditation is, we have to, that means somebody may think it is a mystic meditation. It is not a mystic meditation or any extraordinary power you are going to get or something like that. And you are not going to learn this Vedantic meditation to get that. So it is a Vedantic meditation is seek to the moksha. That means all the effort is to go to dharmartha kama moksha. So towards that only we have to do. And for that, what all the obstacles are there to go to Vedantic meditation has to be. And then the road should be made good so that we can go to Vedantic meditation. So the road is making all the first 4-5 methods. Practicing is the road for Vedantic meditation. So the mind should not be selfish or narrow-minded instrument. If it is very narrow-minded instrument, it cannot expand, it cannot get the ultimate knowledge also, that is the Shastra knowledge or the universal knowledge, whatever is there, it is not possible to get. So what we have to do, first we have to understand what is Vedantic meditation. And the mind has got a capacity to, anything and everything can be absorbed by the blotting paper. So the ink will be absorbed or something like that now. The wet, this one it can absorb. Similarly, mind can absorb any knowledge, but we are not trained the mind. So if you are not training the mind, we can even not even absorbing the knowledge. We cannot even accommodate our neighbor and our own wife, children also. We cannot accommodate. Our mind is not accommodate. So when we are at that stage, then what is the where is the possibility to get into Vedantic mind, Vedantic meditation and gaining the additional knowledge? Not possible. So we have to understand and make our mind ready. So that is what first 5 steps of meditation has to be done. So first step meditation, it is called Upasana meditation. All these first 5 meditation is called Upasana meditation. So that is means, the Upasana means it is giving the qualification or eligibility to go into the Vedantic meditation. That is called Yogyata meditation. Yogyata Antahkarana preparation, mind. Yogyata Antahkarana means qualified mind preparation meditation up to first 5 levels. So if your meditation have become qualified, we may have become qualified, but still we are ignorant. That means there is no Vedantic knowledge is there. So then also only meditation cannot give us to the higher level of the knowledge. So what happens? You are simply doing the meditation. Earlier you are engaging and you are unqualified, for example, ignorant person. Afterwards, what happened? Earlier, mind is agitated. Now, mind is calm, but mind cannot think because we don't have the value. Vedantic knowledge is not there. So, earlier also, you are doing an agitated fool. Anta, our Guruji used to tell Ananda Saraswati. So, if you are not learning the first 5 steps of meditation, your mind is already agitated and you are becoming an agitated fool. But after learning 5 meditation and not learning the Vedantic meditation, we are becoming a quiet fool. Quiet means a calmness, fool. So that means both this one is foolishness continuing only. Either agitated or ignorance, both foolishness is there. That should not be there. So in order to remove this ignorance, so the 5th meditation, or this is the 6th meditation is required. So between the first 5 meditation and the last meditation, there will be a big gap. That is what called sadhana. What was the sadhana? Sadhana Chatushtaya, whatever we are seeing. And the Patanjali Yoga Sutra sadhanas are there. Bahiranga sadhana, antaranga sadhana. All these things has to be practiced, and the first 5 meditation also has to be practiced. Then you will get eligibility to go to the Vedantic knowledge. For example, eyes is there, it can see its muscles by using the mirror. Similarly, our knowledge should become mirror. So without a mirror, we will not know who are we, what are we. So that means an external mirror is required. External mirror is where it is not available in the market. It is available from Guru and Shastra Upadesh. So that means we have to have a spiritual teaching of the self-knowledge is required. So how it is possible? So Guru will tell about the Shastra and knowledge. So first we have to listen to it. That is called Shravana. Only listening will help. One time you listen, but again and again you have to bring the same subject into your mind. Contemplate on this one, and you have to make meaning out of that. And also if you have any doubt, you have to go to the Guru and the Shastra. Again you have to get clarified. It is called as Manana. The Shravana and Manana is the 2 things is required. In the Vedantic meditation, first step is the Shravana and Manana is required. So, traditional Shastra prescribes that in order to get the self-knowledge. Patanjali Yoga Sutra also talks about dhyana, not in the first step. It is put in the 7th step. First 6 steps are yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana. So that means these are all has to be practiced. So after that only you can go to that. So there is no crash course in this. This all understanding and teaching requires time. You have to allow yourself and make it constantly the practice. So knowledge requires quality time and commitment and consistency. Say I have learned Bhagavad Gita. After that, another next year I have learned another the 2nd chapter. First chapter this year I have learned. Next chapter next year I am learning means there is no consistency is not there. So you may be forgetting by another 1 year the first chapter also. So continuously you have to learn. That is called consistency. Commitment should be there. Quality time also should be given. We all having free time is available, no problem. But free time is there because there is no other engagement is not there physically. But it is not a quality time. That means your mind is not able to focus. So mind is simply doing some of the unwanted activity. That is not called quality time. So that's why if you want to learn this one, you need first quality of time, commitment and consistency should be there. So then only you can start learning into Shravana and Manana. So any knowledge, you, for example, becomes with the struggling only. Even our university knowledge, if I want to become a graduate, I have to study for 24 years or 22 years, minus 6 years of schooling, or even that LKG, UKG also you are putting means 2 years, minus 2 years. So that means 20 years of study is required to get a university degree certificate. After getting a job in an organization, even that university knowledge, whatever you have learned may not be useful. You will be learning the working knowledge. It is only the stepping stone only. But in order to get such a knowledge which is not more useful after getting the job, so for that only you are spending 20 years. Whereas ordinary knowledge itself is taking so much of 20 years of systematic study. Whereas Vedanta is a higher knowledge. So that means you need a quality time has to be put. And it should be first is Shravana and then Manana. Shravana is repeatedly hearing to that, and after that Manana is contemplating on it. So what is Shravana? If the Shravana Veda in the spiritual side, it is said is a consistent, that is definition is given in Vedanta. What is Shravana means? It is a consistent, systematic study of spiritual scriptures for a length of time under the guidance of competent Acharya. So this is called Shravana. Shravana means, I have seen one YouTube video on one Vedanta subject. After that, I am not this one. No, it is not that. You have to choose a guru. Guru will tell you what is the systematic study, and only the spiritual scripture should be studied. It is just like Vedanta. So consistently we have to do the systematic spiritual scriptures. It is called as Vedantic study means it is lot of Puranas are there, 18 Puranas are there, or Manusmriti is there, or Ayurveda is there. So many things are there. Apart from that, Ramayana is there, Mahabharata is there. These are all Itihasa. It is not called spiritual scripture. Sanatana Dharma is Veda, Upanishads, and Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Sutra. These are all the original spiritual scriptures. Rest of the thing is in Mahabharata also there is some guidance is there, but it is not so much guidance not there to the mind preparation and all. It is only in the dharma how you have to be along with relatives, friends, brothers, sisters, and even in the society, kingdom, and all those things can be taught in the Itihasa like Ramayana, Mahabharata and all. But it is not giving you the knowledge of Vedanta. So that's why Shravana means you have to understand. It is a consistent. First is consistency should be there. Systematic study, not the first chapter, lastly I will study, last chapter, first I will study. What is the subject of the scriptures? I don't know. That cannot be done. So you have to do consistent and systematic study. What study? It is a spiritual scriptures only, not any other scriptures. Any other knowledge is not required. So, in order to get into Vedantic meditation, so these are all the basic limitations. And up to what time? For a length of time. It is not today I have done, tomorrow I have stopped, not that. So you have to do over a period of length of time. With how we have to do under the guidance of competent guru or acharya. So these are all the requirement for Shravana. Only Shravana requires so much. So Arjuna got lucky because Krishna is the competent guru. He has been taught Bhagavad Gita for this one. Arjuna has a doubt whether to go to sannyasa ashrama is better or grihastha ashrama is better. In the war field, he is getting such a doubt. He's a Kshatriya, he has to do his job. So he want to run away, become sannyasi. So for that only, otherwise Yuddha would have been, the war would have been stopped because Arjuna is not there, who will fight? So he was having doubt and he was asking. Then Krishna is giving the knowledge. That is Shravana is happening for Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana is happening for Arjuna. And in 18th chapter he got all the knowledge. Arjuna is a very skillful worker. Skilled knowledge is available. Skilled archery is there and he knows lot of Dharma Shastra and everything. But he didn't have the Atma Jnana. So that's why he has forgotten all his because he was depending on intelligent quotient only, intelligent knowledge only, but his emotional knowledge has gone down because he has seen Dronacharya, he has seen Bhishma Pitamaha, all his relatives, friends, all those things he has seen. Emotionally he got disturbed. So when you get emotionally disturbed, all your intelligence will go bad. For example, you have studied for examination very well. You know all the question and answers, everything very well. When you sit in the examination hall, if your mind, you are not becoming calm, quiet, and then the question paper is given. First question if you see, and unfortunately the first question answer you don't know. So you are emotionally getting disturbed. When you get emotionally getting disturbed, the second question also, the answer what you know is also will be forgotten. In life, this is what happens. We may be very intelligent people, but at the time of usage of the intelligence, our emotions will hijack the intelligence. So we know that this word we should not speak. We will get into caught. We will get caught. In spite of it, we will speak. And then throughout the life, we repent on that word. I should have not spoken like that. So all these things will come. So what happened? Intelligence was available. We know everything. But whatever we know, in order to put to practice, mind should be emotionally stable. So emotionally stable, and then you have to have spiritually stableness. Then only you will be leading a comfortable life. Only IQ cannot make you comfortable. So, if you are not learning this one, intelligence is like an electrocution. So, it is just like that intelligence is there. With more intelligence, we will make a lot of mistakes also because emotionally we are not able to understand the situation. So, thereby we make a lot of mistakes. So, Shravanam has to be done. It is the intellects, whatever is there, intellect slowly understanding the emotional strength also. So, and intellect also try to manufacture by itself the doubt, because whenever Shravana is happening, whether that is correct or this is correct also will happen. So doubtful knowledge has to be removed also. So that is also called Nisamshaya Jnana in Sanskrit. So doubt has to be clarified with the Guru and Shastra. Then we will get a doubtless knowledge. So we have to get the doubtless knowledge. So doubt will come. So you should not doubt at all, we cannot say. You will doubt, but it should be get clarified. So you have to have your own gurus and teachers, and then you have to worship the Shastra, and also you have to respect the Guru, and then only he will answer and all the things can happen. Swadharme nidhanam shreyaha paradharmo bhayavaha. Krishna says, we are living in paradharma. Paradharma means we are imitating others, and you are having your internal tattva is there. So you are not living in your originality, you are already imitating. So that is why in the Krishna says, Swadharme nidhanam shreyaha means it is not Hindu dharma, Christianity dharma, that is not dharma here he is talking. Every person has got his own dharma, means his own personality traits are there. So we are going on adjusting and behaving something like others. Our celebrities we are follow, some other netas we follow, and all the things is happening. You forget your own dharma and you are all borrowing the others' dharma. That is called paradharmo bhayavaha. So when you do that, all other imported dharma, it is not Christianity. I am telling you, it is not Christianity. It is anything about religion. It is not there. Personality traits. So we have to live in our own original personality. Then only we get the strength. Emotional strength also will come because of that. So Krishna says, Swadharmo, Swadharme Nidanam Shreya. So that is another thing we have to learn in Vedanta knowledge. Whether we are living on a borrowed personality traits or role models, or we are having our own role model, and we may learn from each character or guna from this one, and it has to be made as ours. As long as it is somebody's, we are emotionally disturbed. When it becomes ours, we are not getting disturbed. So, in the beginning, Shravana, all the doubts will come according to Vedanta, and then when doubts are cleared, Manana stage is that. Manana is converted into conviction. The knowledge is getting into conviction. That is called the Nisamshaya Jnana. So Nisamshaya Jnana, we have to get it in the Shravana Manana stage. So these are the two steps in the Vedantic meditation. We have to get the knowledge through Shravana by listening. Listening to whom? To a capable guru for a considerable amount of time. The spiritual knowledge is required. So that all has to be learned, and then from that a lot of doubts will come. All the doubts has to be cleared. Again and again the thought process has to come into your mind. So all the knowledge you have to get, doubtful knowledge has to be removed. The undoubted knowledge you have to store it. That is called in the second stage called manana. So nididhyasana is the third step. So the nididhyasana third step is called as Vedantic meditation. So for Vedantic meditation, what all the preparation has to be done? The first preparation is on the first 5 steps of meditation, and then Shravana, and then Manana. All these things are called as, and also Sadhana. Sadhana Chatushtaya, all the things you have to practice, and Ashtanga Yoga also, before whatever has been said has to be practiced. All these things you have to do, and Shravana Manana also you have to do. Up to that it is called as preparation. So then only it comes Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana is called as Vedantic meditation. Nididhyasana is, we are knowing, our knowledge is not a true knowledge. We are having empirical knowledge. So we are empirical knowledge is only Vyavaharika Jnana. Transactional knowledge only we have. We don't have any knowledge of our self, true self. Atma is not there. So that we are going to talk in the Atma Jnana classes. Full Atma Jnana class you will come to know what is Atma and Jnana and all those. So since we don't know only we are depending on the transactional knowledge, Vyavaharika Jnana. So Vyavaharika Satya. So we believe that is only the truth. But it is not the truth. There is a real truth is there. So we have to work on that. So that working will be done in the Nididhyasana. That is, Nididhyasana is nothing but Vedantic meditation. So what is our problem is, what is Vedantic meditation says, suppose the true self has to be found out. That means I say, who are you, Srinivasa Prasad? And I may say my body and all. Finally, I will say my wife, my son. First I will say my name, my height, weight and all those things, my father name, my wife name, and all my property, my job name or my power name. and my money and all the things, the educational qualification, I define all these things as me. So this is called transactional knowledge. It is not the true knowledge of yourself. You are not that. You have acquired all those things. It is external to you. It is not yours. So wife is not yours. So everything, your house is not yours. Legally it may be yours. It is a vyavahara, transactional knowledge. But if you confuse that you are the house, you are your wife, this one is there. So you are the general manager, you are the vice president. So if you think these are all transactional knowledge, you are not the true of that. The moment you retire, where is the vice president or CEO position is gone. So the moment wife dies, husband position is gone. The moment children are not gone or not there, so the father position also go. My father dies, I am lost the son position. I am not, son is only a transactional knowledge. So we believe all these things true. So that is the problem. So reality is not, you are not the son, you are not the father, you are not this thing. So finally, who are you? So that nobody questions. Now nobody has learned that. So finally, okay, these are all the things, okay, what you are telling is true. I am not the husband, I am not the father, I am not the officer, I am not the house, I know, I am not my car. Everything I know, sir, yes, I understand. But I am the body, I will say. I am the body means who are you? This is the body that 60 kg body is there, 5.4, this one is there, this is the thing. So, but that is also a transaction. That means if you are the body, you would have told, this is my body, you are telling. You have said, I am the body, you are not telling. That means internally you know you are not the body. But still externally you would say, this is my body. There is a confusion within your mind only. This is my hand, this is my hair, this is my ear, face, all the things I will say. That means this is yours and you are not that. What is yours is not that you. So you have to understand that. So then when you say, okay, I can convince you body is not you, then what is, who are you? If you ask, finally you will say, I am my mind, my intellect, I will say. So, but you are also not saying that when you say, you are not your mind, you know very well, you will say, today morning my mind is not good. Today morning my mood is not good. Today I have could not use my intelligence. That means my intelligence, my mind, my emotions, my memory, everything I am using it as mine. That means you are not that. You are not the mind also. You are not the. So this is the Vedantic knowledge. So you have to go like this step by step, and finally you will say, okay, then you are not the body, you are not the mind. How do I know? How you are telling that? That means every day we go into the deep sleep. When we go to the deep sleep, morning when you get up, so that 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your mind is not with you, your body is not with you. That means you are not able to tell this is my mind, I am the body and all is not there. If you believe you are the mind, you are the body also. But in the during the 8 hours of sleep, you are not able to say. That means the body is like a log. If somebody is writing on your body, you don't know. If somebody is doing some mischief on your body, you will not be able to know that. But similarly, somebody is scolding behind you in the sleep, you will not understand also because mind is not there. Mind is completely dissolution happened, dissolved. Body is also dissolved temporarily for 8 hours. That means tomorrow morning you will get up and say, I had a good sleep. Who is that I? Because body was not there, mind is not there. But still morning you will come and say that I had a good sleep, but I had a disturbed sleep. I could not get a sleep. Who is that waking and seeing you? You are not. So that who is that I has to be learnt is the Vedantic knowledge. Who is that I? So this is the knowledge. This is called Vedantic meditation, means we have to do this Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. Okay, sir, you have said yes, you are separate. I have understood. It is not so. It is not an intellectual understanding. For example, you are going to learn swimming. So when you are going to learn swimming, you have studied the book. Now you know the swimming. Everything of the swimming you know. Then I will push you into the swimming pool. Can you swim? Not possible, because you have all the knowledge of swimming, but you are not having the skill of swimming. So okay, when I give you the skill, you try to swim also. But during swimming, you are talking to your friends, you are seeing outside, nothing, everything you are doing it, but still you are floating. That means without your knowledge, your body is using the knowledge at the time of action. For the time of action, the body is able to use the knowledge. That means knowledge is not available only in the brain. It has become a muscle memory. So now also, if I say you are not the body, you may get convinced by Srinivasa Prasad, Shastra and Guru and all those things. But ultimately, it is separately it is available. You know that you are not the body, you are not, but I am Atma, everything you may tell, but it is not so. So it is not assimilated knowledge. So assimilated knowledge is nothing like a pickles. For example, pickle is there, lemon, you will take the lemon, wash it, and cut it into 8 pieces and put it in a glass bottle or glass jar and put the salt also and keep it for 15 days, 20 days. So during that process, what is happening? The lemon is leaving away his bitterness. But bitterness, where it has gone? It has not gone anywhere. It is in the bottle only. Earlier it was bitterness was there. Now no more bitterness after 15 days. And it is absorbing the salt also. And earlier it is very hard to cut in the knife also. Now you can only by the finger only you can cut the lemon the pieces. So that means it has become soft. It has given away its bitterness. It has absorbed from the external salt. And after 15 days you are going to put masala also. So the masala also, this all will get absorbed. So that means the lemon has become a pickle. Earlier it was a lemon, now it has become a pickle. To become pickle, it has removed all his qualities. It has given away his quality. Bitterness it has given away. And whatever the hardness was there, it was given away. And the sourness also it has given away. It has absorbed outside knowledge. The outside knowledge is salt, masala and everything. So, and also it has waited for a period of 1 month to become pickle. So this is called Vedantic meditation, Shravana. Shravana means you have to get the salt like that. And all the, this one is there. And it should be absorbed into yourself. And then your qualities has to be given away. All the bad qualities has to be given away. Pickle is giving, lemon is giving away his hardness and the bitterness and the sourness. So it is acquiring the other, this one. So that is manana. And now the pickle itself has become, all the taste has become. It is in each particle of the lemon particle. Every taste is available. Salt taste is available. Masala taste is available. Sour, the lemon citrus taste is available. Everything is available. It has become assimilated. So that is called, the knowledge has to be assimilated. It is digested by me. What knowledge? Atma Jnana has to be digested by us. So that is called Vedanta meditation. That is called Nididhyasana meditation. So otherwise what is happening? So we may feel that I am the body and like that I will be having, because of that this one, I will be having anger and I will be having suffering, and so many things will happen because of the wrong knowledge that I am the body, I am the mind, I am my intellect. Because of that wrong knowledge, that is the transactional knowledge, I have not forgotten my true knowledge. Because of that only, we are having problem in our life. So that is called samsara bandhana. In Sanskrit it is called. If you know your true life, trueness, true real self, who are you? So then everything you will understand, yeah, these are all transactions. I have to do all those things, but I will not get attached by that. So you are still living the same world. You understand this is a vyavahara jnana, vyavaharika satya, and you deal only externally to yourself only you deal. You are not bringing home the office problems, office file into the house. Similarly, you are traveling in the world and working with the world outside society, but it will not come into your mind and it will not disturb your mind. So this is called, at this stage, it is called nididhyasana. Nididhyasana means assimilation has to happen. Knowledge has to get digested. Like a swimming, knowledge has come to your total body, has learned the swimming. So every part of the body, unknowingly, without your mind presence, swimming is happening. Leg is moving, your head, nose, everything, water is not going. Every activity is happening without your mind presence. Automatically, it is all learnt by itself. So that level, we have to learn the Atma Jnana. And it becomes that Atma Jnana, it comes to each particle of the body, we become Jnani. So at that Jnani level, we are not going to get any of the worldly difficulties are there. I am living with the same wife, same husband, same boss, same thing, but is all not getting affected. I know because I am able to separate. This is Vyavahara Jnana. This is not the true. Only for transaction I have to use. It is just like, for example, a toy is given to the baby or a boy, kid, and toy is broken. The toy and the boy will feel he is crying for 3-4 days. But whereas an adult, you know that it is only a toy. You can buy another toy. That is possibilities. The knowledge of the child is toy is myself. It has something of its part has gone. So that's why it is crying like that. Whereas you as an adult, you know toy is not that. Toy is not part of the kid. It belongs to the kid. It is a property of the kid. It is not the kid. So, but kid understands it is me. Mine something has damaged. My part is got damaged. I am getting damaged. So that is the knowledge of the kid. Similarly, we are grown up adult without the Vedantic knowledge, Atma knowledge. We are also feeling all the worldly transactions, what we are doing. Some part of me is getting affected because I feel that is me. So the real me, when you understand, these problems will not come. So that is the Nididhyasana meditation, Vedantic meditation. So at that point of time, so what happens? You are most of the time your thought processes will be very much anchored. It is not fluctuating. So Vedanta will become assimilated knowledge. So this assimilated knowledge called as Ishta. Ishta Antahkarana. It is called Yogyata Antahkarana, means eligibility of the mind. Now Nishta Antahkarana is like a pickle has absorbed everything. So the mind and all the things has got absorbed this knowledge. And you know that Nishta means all the knowledge from Guru, Shravana, Shastra, everything is absorbed. What knowledge? Who are you? The real self knowledge has absorbed. Then you are becoming a very stable person and nothing is going to affect you. So this is the steps towards the Vedantic meditation. So how it has to become? For example, if somebody asks your name, are you taking time? Who are you? I am Srinivasa Prasad. Even before you are questioning itself, you are going to say. So now Vedanta says, who are you? That means I am Atma. So that level answer has to come. Now it is not that Vedanta teaching has taught or something. So you don't have any doubt at all. You are Atma. Up to that level, the knowledge has to happen in the Vedantic meditation. So, and suppose your phone number, if somebody asks, taka taka, you will sell your phone number. You are not even waiting for some, it is all digested into your this one. Similarly, who is you? So, your name has become engraved in all parts of your body, means that is what happening. So, jnana nishta has to come. Nishta antahkarana, it has to come. So, thereby, what you will see is, so I am the universal consciousness. Aham Brahmasmi. That means whatever the Chetana, the consciousness is there in me, consciousness there in you, and every part of the world and all animals and all. So you will not have, you are different, I am different, the thing itself will not there. So thereby you will not have any judgment of the other people. So without judgment you are accepting as it is. Things are there like that and you are not going to do judge. Even by judgment, anything else is changing. You are judging other person is bad. So by judgment, whether you are changed that person, you are changed any system? No. Simply you are grumbling yourself. It is spoiling your life. So when you are accepting, yeah, the system is like this. You are able to change, you make a group or you become a writer in the newspaper or you make some NGO and then fight against that and change the system. Otherwise, you have to accept the system as it is. Simply grumbling and making issues will not solve. So, these are all will come and finally, when a jnani or the jnana nishta has comes, you will feel the consciousness everywhere is the same. I am also the part of the same consciousness that is called Aham Brahmasmi. So, the Vedantic meditation is the innermost personality of that. So it is just like that. For example, a coffee you ask and somebody gives you coffee without sugar, but you are not a sugar patient, you want sugar also. So immediately the housewife or somebody can bring a spoon of sugar and add it to the coffee, but to drink still it is bitterness is there. Because sugar is at the bottom. It is not dissolved in every part of that. So you have to dissolve by a spoon. Sugar, now even in the top of the sugar coffee, there is a droplet, that is also sugar is there. Even in the bottom also sugar is there. If you don't mix well, sugar is staying in the bottom. Top coffee, everything is bitter only. Finally, when you come to more sugar is there in the coffee, both are not tasty. So, this bitterness and the sweetness is because in our life also, we are not mixed well with the knowledge. So, we are living only in the transactional truths. Transactional knowledge only we are doing. So, when we have to do the Atma Jnana, Atma Nishta and internalization, so thereby we get into the real self and reality of that we become jnani. Vedantic meditation is to become jnani. Saraswati, again and again you are coming. Don't come in the video. If you come, it disturbs me because in front of me, the screen, you are only coming. Whoever makes immediately, the pops up your pink. So please, nobody should come in the. So, this is called Vedantic meditation, but immediately you cannot practice. First 5 levels, if you make it, then you are eligible for that. And by understanding Vedantic meditation, lot of misconception about myself, about society, about God, and everything misconceptions are there. So that will get away. we will remove all the misunderstanding, miscommunication inside, misinformation inside. Everything will be removed. So even now, for a general thing, if I say, we say sun rises, sun sets. This is a misconception, no? Sun never rises, sun never sets. But we always talk about sun rises, sun sets. Sun rises in the east and sun sets in the west. Is it the true knowledge? No. But still we, in the Vyavahar, in the transactionally, we are talking about that. Sun rises in the east, sun sets in the. But actually, if you see, sun is constant, the earth is only moving around. So, that means, even in a daily life, we are having lot of misconceptions are there. In the Vyavahara Jnana also, lot of misconception is there. Leave alone who is Atma, who is body, who is mind. Any of the things, lot of misconception are there in the Vyavahara, in the daily transactions. So you have to come out of that means, and then only you will come to understand about the consciousness. And also, earlier, before Pluto comes, before Galileo comes, and all the Pluto was telling Earth is flat, and Earth, around the Earth, other planets are running. So there's no misconception. Misconception has been removed. Earth is round, and then Earth is moving around the sun like that, and everything has come to. The misconception has been removed. Science is also developing to remove the misconception. So 20 years back, how your heart is functioning, the knowledge was less knowledge available. Today is more knowledge available. That means heart is functioning today, how it's functioning, the same way 100 years back also was functioning. But my knowledge and my misconceptions were there. And now the misconception has been removed. So that is what Jnana. Jnana gives, all the knowledge gives, misconception removal will happen. So whereas Vedantic Jnana gives about your true self, not the false self. Say whatever we are having is our false self. So we have to come out of that. Means we have to go to the Vedantic meditation. So after that, assimilated knowledge like a pickle is called Vedantic meditation. Vedantic meditation, what all it will give? First it will say, I am not the body. And then slowly your misconception number 2, this body is born and body has died. But you are there earlier also because you are consciousness. So I am not born, that is also, now I am seeing date of birth, date of death and all. This is also a misconception. I am not a dying person. The body only dies. So those are all the misconceptions will be removed. So Vedantic meditation removes lot of misconceptions which we are already having. And it is just like, for example, how to tell, I was thinking. Suppose if I in the night, I am going to sleep and I am removing everything. Finally, the spectacles also will be removing and keeping it. In the next day morning, first you are searching the spectacles and putting it. Similarly, the body is removed and kept. The mind is removed and kept. Tomorrow morning when you get up, you are wearing the mind. You are wearing the body. This is the misconception now we are having is there, no? Similarly, even the body is outside like a spectacles. The mind is also outside. Tomorrow morning when you are waking up means you are collecting your mind, you are collecting your, that means Atma is a transaction, you are is collecting that. So if this is collecting of the mind and body, whenever it stops, it is called death. So the body has got a limitation because it is made out of material matter, Panchabhutas. Panchabhuta has got a limitation. So that is why 100 years, by that time it will deteriorate. By deterioration, it cannot have the capacity to go back to its original state. So these are all the misconception in the Atma Jnana. It will be very clearly said. All the Panchabhutas will go back to the Panchabhutas. So in Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also, Vasamsi jirnani yata vihaya. So says Vasana, how we remove the old shirt and put the new shirt. Similarly, our Atma gives away the old body and takes the new body. Like the shirt what we have removing, the same way it is done. So these are all the knowledge which comes from in the Vedanta. It is not only hear and say. Hear and say means only the knowledge I am gaining from the talking. So very clearly it says is we have to see the user of the body is not the you. For example, when I am saying I am using the pen, that means I am not the pen. So it is understood. I am using the pen. Similarly, Atma, this one is using the body. And so the body is not Atma. Similarly, the user of donkey need not be a donkey. No, he is only user of donkey. So if you do all these things, Nididhyasana meditation, so it will be the ultimate knowledge. It is going to give you the moksha. This is what it says in the Vedanta. So we have to practice this Vedantic meditation. After practicing all the 5 steps, with this I am going to conclude the topic of Vedantic meditation. Vedantic meditation is nothing but a journey towards moksha. It can happen. So I conclude today's talk. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Chitukka Bhag Bhavet, Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Harihi Om